Hi, this is Bill Watkins. Thanks for taking a moment or two and spending time with me again in the Word of God. The latter part, a rather lengthy reading in the latter part of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 has confused commentators throughout the years, and we're certainly not in 2 minutes going to solve that. But it's about virgins and marriage, and he says, now concerning virgins, beginning in verse 25, I have no commandment from the Lord, yet I give judgment as one to whom the Lord has, in his mercy, has made trustworthy. I suppose, therefore, that it's good because of this present distress, that it's good for a man to remain as he is. The present distress, persecution was there, and the persecution was getting ready to be worse. But he says, are you bound to a wife? Don't seek to be loosed. Are you loosed from a wife? Don't seek a wife. But even if you do marry, you haven't sinned. And if a virgin marries, she's not sinned. Nevertheless, we'll have trouble in the flesh, and I would spare you. In other words, things are getting ready to be bad. If you're married and somebody says, I'm going to kill you if you become a Christian, or if you're a Christian and don't give up the name of Christ, well, you might say, I can't give up the name of Christ, but what if they then put the sword to your husband's throat or to your wife's throat, or even worse, to your children's throat, and said, unless you deny Christ, we're going to be killing them all? That puts a whole different level of temptation and difficulty in it. And Paul says, I would rather you didn't have to go through that. And so everything that he says has to do with the present distress. He says in verse 32, but I want you to be without care. He who is unmarried cares for the things of the Lord, how he may please the Lord. But he who is married cares about the things of the world, how he may please his wife. And he says the same thing about the wife and the person who is unmarried, the woman who's unmarried. He says, I want you to consider following the Lord. But here's the thing. He says, if you feel like you're behaving improperly toward the woman, then give her away in marriage. Let her marry. In other words, don't make your religion a religion of agony. Don't make your religion a religion that's harder than it has to be. He says, I would like for you not to have difficulty when the persecution gets really bad. But don't neglect what you are. And don't forget that those desires that are put inside of you were put there by God. Don't ignore them, but follow them legally, rightfully, morally, scripturally, and God will bless you, whether you choose to marry or whether you choose not to. Listen, I hope today you have a great day and bloom right where you are. God bless. Have a great day.